Trench warfare. Though the First World War was fought in many ways and in many different parts of the world, its defining characteristic is the network of trenches that stretched unbroken from the Swiss border to the English Channel. The armies of Germany, France, and England dug into these trenches and faced each other over stretches of contested land known as no man's land that varied in width from 500 yards to a few feet. The armies defended these trenches with barbed wire, machine guns, and artillery, making them nearly impossible for attackers to take. This produced a stalemate that the generals of both sides were hard-pressed to break. The British and French especially wanted to drive the Germans out of France and felt that breaking through the German line was the only way to win the war. A common tactic in the first half of the war was the human wave attack, in which masses of soldiers rushed an enemy trench in an attempt to overwhelm it. Though this was sometimes successful in the short term, it was easy for the defenders to fall back to new trenches. The attackers often had trouble maintaining the ground they had gained, and over the course of the war the same ground was taken and retaken several times with no real strategic advantage. By 1916, the British and French generals believed the answer to breaking the deadlock was to attack with greater numbers of men than ever before. Kitchener's Army and the Pals Battalions. At the start of the war in 1914, England had a small professional army. To answer the need for more manpower, Minister of War Herbert Kitchener began a recruitment drive throughout England that raised a massive new army of citizen soldiers. As an incentive for men to join, Kitchener declared that those who joined together would serve together, meaning men who shared a hometown or organization would remain together throughout the war. These groups were informally known as Pals Battalions. The Battle of Verdun. In February 1916, Germany launched a major offensive against French defenses around the city of Verdun. Though the Germans' early assaults were successful, the French dedicated all of their resources to defending Verdun. Months of brutal fighting ensued, and by summer, the French commanders were pleading for the British to mount an offensive of their own that would divert the Germans' resources and reduce the pressure at Verdun.